guys, welcome back to Vinceville Custom. So today I'm sharing with you a personal Power Girl retro statue that I made for myself. Now, when this statue came out about a year or so ago, I started working on this. I'm also working on my bombshell version off of this statue. I wanted to show you side by side to see what's going on with the statue before we get in closer and I kind of do the whole 360. The plan was, when I got this statue, I never thought about getting the Maju cases in my collection, so I started planning this out so it would fit into my Besta cases. Now, I needed to take her from her height because she's like, I think she's like 25 inches tall with this base on the left, and she would have never fit in those Besta cases, and I didn't know what to do. So the idea was, I had a lot of customs of the first Power Girl from Sideshow, and I loved the base from the first Sideshow because it like pretty much looks like she stomped on the ground and it's coming up, and I just love that base. So I actually was sitting on, I think, 3 of them or 2 of them, I forget, because I'm going to be using the other one I have to do this version again, but I'm going to be tweaking and repainting because, you know, the factory screwed up on the paint and I want to redo the regular version. But I wanted to do the retro first. I'm working on a bombshell, which I'm actually taking it down to, and then I'm going to do the current version over again, just for my personal collection. So you can see the height difference and you can see the design too. I like it that I was able to sort of take the Sideshow's cloud idea and sort of use that for the retro version in the first base. So she is still floating, but it's not like 25 inches tall and it kind of gets taken down a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put her on the turntable. We're going to go over her. I'm going to kind of explain everything that I did and just go from there. So I got 2 more versions coming after this, but it's just something that I've been working on little by little over the past year and a half, I guess, since this came out, or a year or whatever. And finally I decided with the holidays that I could kind of just take a couple days of myself and just start painting her up and getting her done. Alright, so we'll kind of go over some of the stuff. So the retro version of Power Girl, now the leotard on the version you just saw, it actually comes up higher about around the hip. Now if you look at the old retro version of Power Girl, what they did is they had the old style where it kind of came down around here. So what I did was I kind of dremeled out these areas and I sort of re-sculpted the leotard to come down more, especially with the part with the booty in the back. Because it wasn't really like a high cut, so I wanted to come down a little bit more, just to keep that old style look to her. So it worked out pretty well. It was just a little bit tricky over here around the belt and underneath this hand there, but that worked out. I did, of course, tweak out the chest, because you have to. Sideshow really kind of missed the ball on that one. They really didn't do a good job with the chest and everything. So what I did is I tweaked it out. Now I kind of find a new way to sort of work out the boob window on her. So what I did is I resculpt the chest, and then what I do is I draw out the line, and then I Dremel out the area, and then I work out the thing so it looks like it's kind of squeezing and they're kind of popping up. That's kind of the idea with that. And then what I had to do is, you can't really do a swap out head unless I really wanted to work out both necks, but she sort of has a choker in some of the old drawings, and I figured I want to go that route with it. So I did keep her exclusive head, and I just tweaked out the neck, and then I added a choker with a little bit of a pearl there just for fun, and I did her cape. Now her cape, my friend met a John in Canada. He was working on an item, and I forgot what the character was. It's been a while, but I really liked the cape. But what I did is I wanted something to give me a starting point for the cape. So he printed out a cape for me from a character, and what we did is we kind of sliced it in some areas. And then what I did is I used that with a metal bar, and then I kind of re-sculpted the cape to go around her shoulders. So this way, this is really locked into her body pretty well, and it won't really, you know, break off unless you really smash it. But also, I kind of wanted to get that old school look and everything on it. So I did that with it. These are 2 metal buttons I found on eBay. I'm actually down to only a couple left. Hopefully I can find some more of them because they're just absolutely perfect for doing these type of things. And I tweaked out the gloves, and then I gave her a whole new fresh paint job and everything like that. Really like this, you know, retro version. I love this statue. It really is a great statue that Sideshow did, and I just think Sideshow just, you know, screwed up by, I don't know if they made her chest smaller on purpose or if it came from the DC suits that's saying that you're not allowed to make them big, and that was kind of like the downside of it. I have been trying new skin tone paints, and I finally got new airbrushes and everything, and I did do some stuff on this one, and I really like the way the skin tones came out on this. I'm also trying to do a little bit of tweaking on her face too with this one. I tried to do some more blends with some pastels and stuff, so it's kind of getting there, and it's kind of good that I can do this on my personal stuff before I start using all this new formula of skin tone, since Garage Kits isn't around anymore to kind of work on for people's commissions. But I'm thinking I'm getting it really good because I really like the way the skin came out. I love the way the legs came out and all that. Now, as for the base, this is the first Sideshow Power Girl Premium Format base, and I absolutely love it. And I've done a couple customs off of her down the line, and I sold those customs off, but I had these bases sitting around. And the idea was, like I said in the beginning of the video, to actually make her a little bit shorter in height so it can fit the bestest. But now that I have the module cases, she'll fit in there pretty good now. Even though the module cases, the way they're set up, still won't fit the Power Girl the way it is, unless I only put her in the bottom thing. But even then, her head is pretty much at the top of the module case, and I don't like it. So this is going to work out really, really well. Now, what I did was, I had to try to figure out a way to make her float on the base. So you can see her feet are not touching the base. Hopefully you can kind of see it. And what I did was, I went on to CG Trader, and I found smoke. Now, I wanted to do like a cloud, sort of like Sideshow did, but I saw these smoke things, and this sort of reminded me of like that sort of Naruto anime type thing, like when you hit the ground, and then once all the dust settles, you sort of see that smoke kind of fly away from the ground, and it kind of breaks up. And I thought this worked pretty good, because it kind of goes with the wind of the cape. So the smoke is going that direction, and the cape is going that direction, and I figured this works out pretty good. So I would like, you know, I would suggest that if you guys are designing a statue, or, you know, even Sideshow's doing it, incorporate some anime ideas into the item. Just don't always throw, like, you know, like with X-Men, you always have a Sentinel base. With Spider-Man, it's always Venom eyes type thing. But, you know, with like Superman or flying characters or stuff like that, you know, get that like anime look, or get that anime idea, but kind of incorporate it into like the, you know, superhero type stuff. And that's kind of what I tried to do. You know, I really wanted to get that look in there, so it worked out pretty cool. And then as far as paint goes, like I said, I found out new, pretty much some new skin tones. I've been using a lot of the Formula P3 stuff. That's been working out pretty well. Kind of get up a little bit higher so you can kind of see. So I worked out the Formula P3, did some new skin tones. I don't have any more of those transparencies from Garage Kits, so I've kind of been blending some different colors to get these legs going. And it's actually working out pretty good. I really like the way these colors are looking out. So she's got a little bit more of a tannish look this time, but I think it works pretty well. So I think I just have to kind of tweak the colors when I mix them a little bit more, and it should work out. As far as the outfit goes, it's a Wicked Colors white with a little bit of a gray shading. No heavy colors in there. I wanted to keep it pretty, you know, pretty much white outfit, but still have some kind of shade on there. For her hair, it's kind of a platinum. Nah, it's kind of more of a dirty blonde, not really platinum, because I like Power Girl's hair to be like dirty blonde. I don't like to be like pure yellow out of the bottle, and I don't want it to be like just whitish. So I kind of add like a little bit of browns and some raw siennas and a little bit of mahogany, but just kind of keep tweaking it so it kind of gets that, you know, dirty blonde hair. For the cape and the belt, it's pretty much red sponge textured with some mahogany. So I kind of like to give her you know, the leather cape look. I don't want to just do straight out of the bottle with some shading. I like to give it like, looks like it's leather a little bit. Same thing with the belt. Now, since the buttons are they're buttons, they're really shiny metal, I couldn't really capture the same, but I tried my best with that. So that is an Alclad Pale Gold on her belt buckle, mixed with I think it's a it's a Duplicolor clear paint from Carr. But then I kind of missed a little bit of Alclad chrome onto it while it was drying, and it kind of gave me that sort of really cool metal look to her, but not exactly like the buttons. So I think when I do my my modern version, the one you just saw in the beginning of the video, I think what I'm going to try to do is, she's going to have the button up there, but I think I'm going to see if I could Dremel out this piece a little bit and see if I could actually glue in a button at the end too as well. I'm going to see if I can kind of tweak it a little bit on that one. And the blue is kind of the same thing. It's blue with a little bit of mahogany brown texture onto it. just to kind of do it. And I actually satin them up so to make the boots and the gloves sort of give it like that PVC leather look a little bit, just to kind of do that retro, you know, just to kind of make it pop a little bit more. So her skin tone is matte varnish. Her outfit is sort of matte satin a little bit, but the belt, the gloves, and the cape got more of a satin varnish on it, so it works out pretty well. And that's pretty much it. So I pretty much tweaked all that out. Let me try to give you guys a little bit of the booty shot just to kind of explain. If you saw in the video, I did really work out the booty a lot on her because I wanted to give her that, you know, sort of that retro look to her. So you can kind of see how I kind of widened the leotard on her. So it's not like more of a thong. It's kind of more of that classic look. So that pretty much worked out. I tried to get the cape a little bit so you could sort of see the booty a bit if you kind of look on the back. But all in all, I didn't really want the cape flowing too much. I kind of wanted it more of a hovering type look to her. But that is pretty much it. That is my retro Power Girl from the second version of Sideshow Collectibles. Like I said, it's a really great statue. I love the face sculpts on it. I love the anatomy. It's just that two things that were, well, there's three things that were wrong of it. One, it was way too high. It just towered over everything and it can't really fit in a lot of displays, at least that displays I had. Two, they shrunk down the chest big time. Like even Wonder Woman, Santana, Poison Ivy, the chest on those statues are way bigger than the second version of Power Girl, so I don't know why Sideshow shrunk it down. I don't know. And then the last problem was the factory paints. The heads were painted completely different from the body, so those were the three things that were bad about the second version. But now I corrected them all. I'm really happy with it. And that is my second retro that I've done. I've done a retro off the first Power Girl, and now I've done it off of this one. So I think I'm pretty good on retros. I don't think I need to do any more if somebody comes out with another Power Girl. So this one's pretty much good to go. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back with some more videos.